It has started.
Done more than someone way down here.
Marco has her ball.
We are live, just so everybody knows.
Yep, I saw that notification.
Cool.
Let's
For
say
some
all
reason,
compromising things. That joke's gonna get old soon.
yeah. For some reason, I'm. This morning I woke up with the winner takes it all song
Oh yeah.
from
Ooh.
ABBA.
The
It's a
Dragon's
good
Dogma
song.
update came in, so I might actually stream that again on Monday.
Did they say that they fixed the thing?
They fixed many things, but they're not. It's not clear yet. I'm gonna have to look up to see like if it's helped a lot.
That just reminds me of the Robin Williams joke about Russia and all the nuclear bombs. We fixed many things. We don't know what they all are.
Yeah,
well, we fixed
miscellaneous
it.
bug fixes, miscellaneous text display issues, fixing an issue related to display models under some settings. I feel like I ran into that. Improving quality when DLSS super resolution is enabled.
Wunderbar.
I really want to play more of it, so.
Yeah. I can't believe their stupid character creator thing. It was so. Was that had so many choices, so much variation.
Really detailed, yeah. I've talked about them before, but it reminded me of those really old pro wrestling game creative characters. Where you could just do anything.
Hey John, here's a suggestion for the channel point redemption.
Oh yeah.
100 points to announce your presence.
But I do that naturally as I see people in chat.
No. You don't announce our
okay.
presence.
Yes.
So that there's just something we can throw points at, so that we don't have to type or anything. Just basically like waving.
Right.
It is
okay.
Right now, the best option I have is that one.
Yeah, so I could tie it to like the bot or something, and yeah, all right, okay, I'll think about that.
Basically, because one of the things, I don't know if this is the way Twitch works anymore, but I know a while back it used to work where you don't count as a viewer on Twitch's side unless you interact with chat at least once.
And you have to keep doing it over time.
That's why people like the lurk command.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Look, John, things have come back to bite you in the butt.
I do almost nothing to benefit myself. How is this any different?
I know.
I could run ads. No one would really care. But I don't.
No, because I'm subscribed with Twitch Prime.
No, but I mean, I could be running mid-roll ads and actually make money on it.
You're right.
The crazy thing is, despite the fact that I refuse to monetize anything deliberately, I still make ad revenue on my YouTube channel. Like, I still just occasionally will get $100 from Google Pay.
Honestly, that's not a bad idea. If you wanted to run mid-roll ads, at least on this, we can sit there and take like a 5-10 minute break in the middle of it and just run like 3 minutes of ads or something.
I mean, you've heard my moral argument against ad revenue.
Yes.
I don't think I have specifically, but I mean, I can understand it. But
yeah, chasing ads compromises the content. Like, it would inevitably change my decision making when it comes to content in order to get more viewers, take more from ads.
All right.
I didn't do it on YouTube, and I don't do it here.
All right. Well, hey, I'm not gonna tell you how to do it. I'm just
totally.
I got a few.
Oh, and I realize that I'm the crazy person. I know that.
Yes, you are.
That's why I want people to support me on Patreon, because I refuse to put a paywall in front of my content or let capitalism fuck me any harder than it already has.
It does.
What was it was it Alexis when she first popped back into Discord? She was like, "Oh, I can't change my nickname anymore. I guess that's one thing that's been paywalled since I've been gone." I was like, "Do you? I don't know that." And I'm like, "Really? I thought that was the thing that has always been there." And I've been here.
Yes, that thing has always been paywalled. Correct.
Yeah.
The one thing that's like not necessary to use Discord is changing nicknames, and even then, I would just do it for people. Like,
Yeah.
no one ever needed to, but it was like the smallest thing.
Yeah. Like, if you really wanted it, you could probably approach either any of the mods and be like, "Hey, can I change?
Yeah.
Could I get my username changed to whatever?"
Yeah, all the
sure.
time.
What is it? Uh.
No, I'll never do anything. I'll never do what's best for me. We all know this.
So yeah, that was just very funny. Oh, so you think John would do that?
Yeah.
He wouldn't even run the ads. It's just very funny to me. I don't know.
No, it is a joke. I am a
Mhm.
joke. This is true.
No, that wasn't what I meant.
No, I'm just saying that.
Rude.
Range to do a range touch attack, it's Bab plus Dex
Yeah.
plus
It's
any other
It's
modifiers.
just your normal range attack, but you don't care about armor or shields.
Okay.
So
I'm just trying to think about it for my my fastball.
Dark Savant, welcome to the stream. Y'all know that Jesus
Hi,
is the
Dark
greatest
Savant.
capitalist who is in it for all the money. Yes, all of my decisions are made to maximize my income.
Yes. Tomorrow we launch the crypto.
Yep.
It's the Maple Dollar.
Maple coin.
Oh,
Maple coin, yeah.
Maple coin. Okay, question. Do they look like maple leaves or do they look like bottles of maple syrup?
They look like Sudoku puzzles.
Why?
It's even worse. I
Because
was gonna say
that's
they
what
would
it
just...
That's like what cryptocurrency is. It's just like a mathematical equation.
I
I
know,
was
but
gonna say the emblem looks like just a puddle.
Oh, the
and
emblem's
depending
just
on-
my entire dick and balls.
oh god.
Okay, all right.
Oh, should have
I was
asked.
gonna say that it looks like a puddle,
I
and
have
the color
major
determines
regrets.
the denomination.
Oh, that's funny. That was fun. Oh man.
I have major regrets. I have major regrets. I shouldn't have asked.
Which is the normal result of you interacting like
Yes!
this.
Yes, you're right. You know what? You're right. You're right, Bar. I don't know why I
Women
expected
often
anything
have
more.
regrets when they engage with my dick and balls.
I don't know why I expected anything less.
There's no bus I will not jump under, it turns out.
Except,
It sure
no,
is-
there is
there
a
sure
bus you won't
isn't.
jump under. It's the advertising
Yeah.
bus.
Yeah.
Ah,
Oh,
playing
Pix
Fear and
Pix
Hunger
is
too
playing
again.
Fear and Hunger too.
I saw that.
How dare he?
He should be watching us.
Yeah.
Plot might happen this time.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves.
No, we had plot last session.
Yeah, it wasn't that bad.
Last session. Yeah.
What was his name again? Malachi?
Ooh, yeah, John. For Malachi, can you type out his full name in Discord?
Yep.
Thank you.
Again, Malachi. A good name. I love it. I love it both as a villain and like a hero and like a hero type name.
Yeah, we're
And like if I
It can
ever
work either way.
encounter an NPC whose name is Malachi, I'd be like, yeah, that NPC is special for whatever reason. I don't know why yet, but he's special. That
Give
one.
him the stuff eyes, no matter what.
Yeah, that one's getting sus. That one is getting my suspicion forever. Probably the child of God or something.
I mean, it is an angel.
Yes.
Yeah,
See,
but
that
you
one's
don't-
I
always
almost
weird
said that
to
to
me.
Bob for some reason.
You don't look at someone named Gabriel the same way you look at someone named Malachi.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Gabriel is a pretty normal name.
Yeah.
I think.
Well, some of them have much more, like, fantastic names. Like,
Ezekiel. Well, no, Ezekiel isn't
not
really
an
there, but-
angel, but a risen person who didn't die.
Mhm.
Oh, what is Enoch called once he's super guy? Oh, I
A monk?
forgot it as I was saying it.
A monk?
No, he's not. Yeah, he's Mungus.
Mm-hmm.
He's sus.
He's super sus.
He probably vented to get there.
Metatron. Metatron.
Oh.
Enoch is Metatron.
That's just making me think of Undertale.
Metatron is a jerk, especially in Supernatural.
I mean, he's supposed to be God's like right hand. When God's too busy to give orders, the angels are supposed to listen to Metatron.
Wow.
Yeah,
I know you said Metatron.
Kabbalah's
God.
weird. Kabbalah's got some weird shit.
See, next time, just be like the just be like Islam. You have a god with 99 aspects who are probably taking care of every single thing. That's why he's so omnipotent.
Yeah, he's just a fractal deity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Godfather.
Speaking of
Godfather.
speaking of broken into 100 pieces, welcome to the stream, Godfather.
I thought you were going to call Godfather a fractal god.
No,
Yeah. That would be both strange and interesting.
fractal Godfather maybe.
Fractal Wraith.
Fractal Wraith is pretty dope.
Mm. Sama.
I need 2d6s, maybe.
Fractal Wraith. Yes, I would like that. Be a pretty sick username and or name for a D&D character.
Or just a monster in D&D.
Mm.
It's got all the
True.
strength of a wraith, but it can separate into like miniature versions of itself
Yeah, there's like 4 of them, and the only way to defeat them is to kill them all.
at the same time.
Yeah, in the same turn.
That's not easy.
No. That would be an infuriating opponent.
Yeah.
God.
God,
There isn't
especially
a-
if it's got like the level train shit.
Ooh,
But part
that
of
would
the
be awful.
But part of the fractalization is like only one of its versions is on the material plane. It also exists on the astral and shadow planes.
How the fuck would you do that in the same turn then?
Uh-huh. Well,
Good question.
Yeah, if ethereal jaunt, you could fight things on the shadow plane, but I forget thing.
I would say just have them like each turn, only one of them is on the material plane, the other 3 are on the ethereal plane.
Oh, yeah, ethereal plane's the other one. That's right. Those are the 4 I was thinking: material, ethereal, shadow, and astral.
Oh, having one on each would that's the fight that you put them in a box and then end it. Find a way of just anchor. No, that's how it is. You just anchor one, and then when it's supposed to shift to the next one, you anchor that one. Just anchor them all to the material plane and kick their ass.
What would happen if it touched an orb of annihilation? Someone asked.
Well, I
It
imagine
would
that
be
you
destroyed.
could you could destroy one, but then it would come back
Yeah.
and fractize off of the other 3. Is the aspect I'm
I mean,
assuming
it's
it
a
works off
ridiculous monster that I'm not going to make or think about beyond this conversation, but it
God,
would be super powerful.
That'd be whatever 4 wraiths are plus like 6 CR. It'd probably be like a CR like 14, if not higher.
I mean, if I didn't give it any other abilities, yeah, it would be pretty high, because you need access to high-level magic to be able to move between the planes and defeat it.
So I think that a balancing aspect of it wouldn't be the same turn. It'd have to be within 24 hours of each other. You have to defeat all 4.
Or if you can manage to somehow make it be in one plane at the same time, then it just destroys it.
Yeah.
So that it grows to 4 times its size.
Oh,
No.
Oh, that'd actually be a cool boss fight where the gimmick is like things you interact with around the battle arena.
Yeah.
And as you throw the switch, it pulls them all from their variant planes into the material plane, but it increases the strength of the one that's there. Like they get absorbed in the same entity.
Right. All right, well, let's
Culminating in a
get
huge
to
boss fight.
the campaign for today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, back to being Juniper.
Yeah. So last time you guys went to Barclay and
God,
Bobby
I
had a
hate that
fight
place.
and it went nuts.
Mm-hmm.
He won a
Sure
fucking
did.
slobber knocker. And then you encountered your first Knight Templar of the Order of the Burning Stake. And he was really a pain in the ass.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yep. It was
He came up and demanded that you heal a cut to prove you weren't an arcane caster.
mhm.
And he quoted scripture at you.
And we interrupted the hell out of him.
Yes.
Which was very funny.
But going forward, I ask that you let the villains monologue.
I'll
Because this
try.
is ultimately a story.
No. Okay. But yes, go on.
Right. Trying to think, did you guys get up to anything after that? Or were we just like leaving
We were
Barclay?
driving away.
Okay.
We were
Driving away.
driving away and noticed that he was following, possibly.
Right.
Well, I think he recorded like license plate information more than anything.
I mean, you don't know what he did, but he was watching you drive away while he was typing on his phone.
Which was super unsettling.
Could have just been playing Candy Crush.
He could have been reporting confirmed divine caster, but
Or he could be noting down that he noticed Marcus decided to swan off, but before he could be confirmed to not be an arcane caster.
Maybe. So what's everybody else got planned for today?
Tony's got a date after he separates from the group.
Okay.
Oh wow!
So you'll be going to meet
This is
up.
going real well
Mm-hmm.
for him.
Yeah, so far.
What's been a fun challenge to make a hag character with the predetermined knowledge that she'll marry you? Like, that's been interesting.
I mean, just because his first ex-wife was will be a hag doesn't mean it has to be this hag.
No, but it would be weird if it happened twice in a row.
Yeah,
True.
it'd be like Tony would then have like a complex. Like, why does he keep accidentally
That's if he
marrying the
ever
hags?
finds-
No, but after
That's
the
if he ever.
Go ahead.
Sorry. That's if he ever finds out.
Mhm.
Like he's been so like oblivious. It's
I have so much faith in Tony. I'm sure at some point he will figure out that this is a hag.
because he won't fail every check forever.
Yeah, he's eventually
Yes.
gonna pass a check sometime.
Like I said, eventually he's going to figure it out.
Yes.
That's why I have so
Oh.
much faith.
Alright, so we'll set
But
the
we
stage
have
for that
3
after.
kids. Yeah, go
Mhm.
for it.
Yeah. Bobby, is there anything you wanted to do after your victory?
Wanted to do, maybe could afford to do, probably not.
Juniper.
What do you want to do?
I want more magic things
Oh, can't help.
because magic is fun and helps me punch people harder, or in this case, not get punched as often.
That's
Mhm.
true.
Ooh, a ring of
This is
protection
true.
would be huge, Bobby.
Juniper. She'd probably go find Marcus and ask him for updates on if he found that investigator.
So you mean text Marcus from the other car?
Yes, actually.
Well, he's driving.
Well, no.
Oh, he's
Tony's
driving?
Oh,
No, Tony's driving.
Okay.
It's
Yeah.
Tony's car.
Yeah.
You're driving me.
Oh, no, we're
Bobby's
in
car?
Mandy's
the
driving.
car with
Mandy's driving.
my
Oh,
promoter.
Mandy. Right. Mandy's driving. Whoops. Sorry, Mandy. I forgot about you. Look.
Yeah, she just
We've
kind of
only
like
been
Yeah.
Barkley for 1 day. What the fuck?
she just kind of poached you super hard, huh?
Who? What?
Mandy, as a promoter, just kind of like yoinked Bobby.
Yeah. Super did.
I don't think
She
we
was like,
actually have a
yes.
contract.
No,
She's just been getting me fights.
yeah, he's a good person. There's a lot of potential in you and wants to see you succeed.
I mean, arranging fights promoters get paid for. It's
Oh,
just
totally. But you get access to like more fights that she can arrange if her fighters are successful and people like watching them. And you are
Yeah.
both right now.
But yeah, Marcus
barely
would.
winning is good for ratings.
Yep. But even that time you whooped that guy's ass, you did it with like pro wrestling shit, and it was cool.
Ah, friend.
So what
I
do you?
guess bouncing people off the mats repeatedly is more interesting than the normal
Yeah,
bouts at low levels.
it is. Like, yeah. Anyway, Juniper, your tech. What are you asking Marcus about?
I mean, I did just say, I'm just gonna ask him. So, did you find out anything about the PI that was sent to follow me / Tony? Then Keegan will say something.
Yeah, Marcus would reply back. It's like, yeah, should be sorted. Keeping an eye on it just in case it's not.
What? She was like, what do you mean sorted? I wanted to know if who it is so I can figure out what to do after that.
Whoops!
like-
Solved your problem.
It's like gives her the name Cassandra. Like, is Cassandra so working for this this agency? Had a conversation, got it resolved.
Oh, I was
What's the
actually
conversation like? How did you resolve it? She says with many question marks. Why are you being cagey?
Like, it was
What
resolved.
did you do?
It's like, maybe not in the way that you wanted, but it was resolved.
Oh,
Posture Bob.
and oh, rude. Yeah, no, Juniper's just gonna. Oh, okay. Just gonna send okay, and then a meme with that, with that okay face.
Mhm.
Okay.
Okay. Yep. Fair. Just a thumbs up emoji. That would have been pretty good.
No, Juniper won't do. Juniper doesn't do the thumbs up emoji. She just does emotes
no,
like a normal person.
no. Instead of Marcus sending Juniper the name or anything like that, he just basically it's handled thumbs up.
Yeah.
That's
Right.
mostly because I want to annoy Bob.
Yes.
Yep.
So, Marcus, what are you up to now that the fight's over?
Well, he would be making sure that there isn't anybody at least obviously following
No,
them.
there's no tail.
Okay.
In fact, there aren't a lot of cars. People seem to walk a lot around here.
Okay, and then more or less just be planning to sort of head out and double check the areas where the people have gone missing now that most of the pressing shit has been dealt with. It's like, well, might as well see if there's a case and some money I can make.
Well, it's still pretty early in the day. So that's going to take some time. Let's have you make a gather information check. Get roll or take 10.
Uh,
How about a profession?
Oh, it's diplomacy. Gather information is diplomacy now.
Yeah, no, I'd say, how about a profession private eye check rather than that?
That is a pretty good gather information
Yeah,
skill.
I'm going to say
Yeah,
yes,
come on.
but the DC is 5 higher.
I can deal with that rather than just having a -1 to the roll.
Yeah.
I actually have bonuses.
yeah, but I'm
20.
bad at
14's all right. So you spend the rest of the afternoon and the evening going around, talking to contacts, talking to homeless people, talking to people at shelters and food kitchens, trying to get some information about those that went missing.
Hmm.
most people are aware that like individuals have been going missing, but they haven't seemed to have caught on that it might actually mean anything. Except for some of the homeless people themselves who seem to be afraid.
Fair.
Because a lot of them have had their friends disappear just uncharacteristically.
God, that must be really fucking distressing, bro.
Yeah, most of them, I'd more or less just try to focus on them to see, it's like, okay, which areas are you guys avoiding now, to
Mhm.
sort of try to triangulate an area, as well as then give them general addresses to places near my place where I know is a bit more friendly, because one thing Marcus does do with a lot of his surplus income is provide aid and shelter to people.
Right, so, mutual aid.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, what you're getting isn't so much that they're avoiding places, because there really is no pattern that anyone recognizes. But what they're doing is trying to stay more grouped together than they normally would, so that fewer people are alone to be taking whatever is happening to you.
Sensible.
But not everybody seems to think it's a big deal. Many of them are open to the idea of relocating to someplace that's safer. Others want you to get bent.
Yeah.
But that's the way it goes.
Yep.
But yeah, there definitely does seem to be like a disproportionate number of people who've been disappearing.
Alrighty. So yeah, I think at that I would go back to the guy that first, was asking about it, and just more or less confirm to him that's like, okay, yeah, no, I think there is something going on, and I'm going to be looking into it in more detail.
Okay. Well, just to make sure, like, the disappearing people wasn't specifically a case. It was something you were aware of, and that somebody uh, mentioned that there was some bullshit going on in their like drains and the sewers around the area, and you figured that there might be a connection.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's him going just like, oh, I think there might be a case with these noises that you're hearing. The one, tell him to be sort of careful and keep his head on his head on swivel, and two, to say that's like, okay, no, something's happening, and there is somebody that's actually going to be looking into it.
Yeah. All right. So you reach out and you let them know that someone's gonna be coming by to look into the issue.
Yeah.
All right. Let's go over to Tony.
Tony!
What's your date tonight?
I mean, I was figuring, I don't know, should we do like dinner or something?
Yep, dinner would be fine.
A movie.
Yeah.
That's a cute date.
I don't know. Would she be interested in a movie? I mean, he'd postulate
Ask.
that thing. He's not. I mean, yes, but this is stuff that he would have had established prior to the fight and everything.
If you asked her to a movie, she would have negotiated to a play.
Tony's fine with that.
She's classy. She likes it.
Yeah, she
Okay,
is.
I like her. I like her. Please don't be a scary hag.
She's literally
As
a
in-
scary hag.
I know, but like she could be somewhat friendly hag. Come on, somewhat friendly scary hag.
I
The
like how
friendly
Bob's
hags
like,
are using you
probably-
as cover.
That's fine. Tony's not aware of it.
Nope.
But yeah, Tony would have compromised for that, so they
All right.
could go in, do a
Then,
play.
let's see. 2018. You go to a local theater production of the Book of Mormon.
Oh,
God, I'm not sure Tony would. Tony's like, why did we choose this one?
Well, you know, it's a satire by the South Park guys, right?
No.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know.
Oh, there's a musical play by the South Park guys called The Book of Mormon.
Yeah.
And it's about a Mormon missionary who becomes a porn star.
Oh, okay.
That's
Tony
great.
went into it not knowing that.
Yes.
Tony,
Sitting there
this is
like,
all her
man,
decision, and Tony's like, "What? God damn it!
Like-
I don't want to hear about this god
Yeah.
shit today."
Like half an hour in, you're like, I don't know, maybe that Joseph Smith knew what he was talking about. Like it totally escaped Tony that this is supposed to be funny.
Or that it's satirical anyway.
Yeah. Sure. So you go to a play
Oh.
and have a time.
Yep, I will say the whole time through, like the play, Tony is like not exactly super focused into it. I mean, he's watching it and paying attention, but he's definitely like anxious in his seat and just kind of fidgety, if that's
Yep.
lack of a better
Oh.
word.
Every time you get a little bit too fidgety and anxious, Dorothy just reaches over and places her hand on yours or on your thigh and calms you down.
Okay,
She doesn't even seem to look at you. She just sort of senses it and acts.
fair enough.
Huh.
I mean, hell, she's read his mind before. Apparently,
Yeah.
Tony's not exactly surprised at this. He just appreciates it. As
Oh, he must
disconcerting
think
as
it's a
that
cute.
should be.
No, he must think
Yeah.
it's like a cute thing that she's so caring or
Uh-huh.
something.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
Or
not
that
at all
she's
that
sweet.
and not at all that she's trying to watch the show. See, that's the beauty of like playing a hag like this is because their subterfuge is really really clever and it can easily be mistaken for kindness.
Mm-hmm.
I like it.
And that's what Tony wants to see. So that's what Tony is seeing.
Mm-hmm.
Auntie Ethel.
Yeah.
Oh,
like,
let me just get you right on that
she's
one,
a
dear.
much younger Auntie Ethel, who's probably not quite as hilariously evil.
Yeah, she is.
Got it.
And Auntie Ethel is pretty hilariously
Yeah,
evil.
she's so over the top, and like that isn't super outside of the norm for hags. She is still an especially like
Okay, Auntie Ethel is Disney evil.
Yeah.
Which, to be fair, any fae could really be Disney evil.
True. I do agree with that.
But that's the other thing is the fact that Dorothy is a fae does mean that even as like crony and evil as she might be, there's still a chance she just randomly falls for Tony. As much as she can as like a
That's so
sociopath.
fucking dumb. Yeah, well, it
As the
just
rest
means
of
that
us.
just means that Tony's last instead
Yeah.
of first.
I mean, it happened in the Forgotten Realms. There's a hag who fell in love and she hates it.
Yeah. All right.
What a complicated little hag.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, so
After the play,
Nate?
she seemed to really enjoy it.
That's good. Tony enjoyed what he could of it.
Mm-hmm. I mean, the musical numbers were pretty well done considering the source material. And you did get a kick out of some of the like cruder jokes,
That's good.
like the stunt penis being a complete different color.
Sorry, stunt penis?
Stunt penis.
Yeah, instead of someone like it's basically just a strap-on instead of someone's junk just flying.
No.
Or
It's not as common these days, but some porn actors wouldn't actually be using their junk in a scene either because they're not feeling well or they've already performed too much that day or whatever. And another actor would stand in for shots where their face isn't. In this case, it's because he's a
That's
Mormon
so
and can't
weird.
have sex outside of marriage. And so a porn star comes in and does the scenes, but the porn star is like a black dude. Like it's very clearly not the actual actor.
okay.
That's so weird.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's why it's a joke.
Yeah, okay.
I just figured Tony, of all people, would appreciate that kind of crassness.
Oh yeah. Yep. Okay, so after the
Yeah.
play,
Yep, she's just
Bart.
sort of talking to you about the play, getting your thoughts on it.
all right, I don't exactly know how to roleplay this, but Tony would sit there and try to sound smarter than he actually is.
Yeah.
Well, no, he's smart, but he's definitely out of
Yeah.
his depth with
Like
plays.
you are smart, but like you're still trying to sound smart and using unnecessarily big words, some of them wrong.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah, and Dorothy just smiles and appreciates your stupidness.
Yeah.
Aw. Dorothy.
Yep.
No.
Yeah. As Tony's talking, though, he is also still like looking around his surroundings.
Something bothering you, dear?
Yeah, a bit. Sorry, I didn't want to, I didn't want to, ruin the mood or anything, but nah. After Bobby's fight earlier, he probably told her about the fight
Mm.
when they met up and everything that Bobby won. There was this prick that popped up. One of them ordered the burning steak assholes.
In Barclay.
Yeah, in Barclay. He approached us and he was trying to give freaking Junie and Marcus the rundown, checking their magic and shit like that.
I
Being a
see.
prick and just spouting nonsense.
And I take it everybody is in one
Everybody's fine,
piece? I
but
see.
yeah. No one got hurt. Nothing. Marcus kind of dicked off while Juniper and I were kind of just, not distracting the guy, but had his attention. And Junie apparently has divine magic. News
Yes.
to me.
He's an oracle.
Ah, yeah. But dude just really got under my skin, getting too close. Let me be real. The motherfucker got too close, fucking running his mouth and shit.
See. Did he say anything particularly untoward?
I mean, yeah. When you start spouting gospel to, justify your nonsense, it gets old real fucking quick. But I'm sure you're aware of that.
That's fairly standard for a Templar.
Mm.
But if you all made it out without any harm, I'd say that you did quite well.
Yeah, the problem is though, I don't like being on their fucking radar. I just don't like that shit. Especially because you said that shit can lead to you, and I don't want to sit there and be something that could potentially get you hurt or anything like that.
That's very
Aw.
sweet of you.
Tony's talking out his ass,
Mhm.
but yeah, it's them religious. I swear this motherfucker's got to have like some dirt on him or something. Maybe we can get them to bugger off or something. Bugger off doesn't sound like the right word. I don't know. It's just
Bug off.
yeah,
Fuck off would
fuck
be
that.
more
Yeah,
likely, probably.
Well, bugger
yes,
off
but I'm
just
also
means butt fuck off. That's what that means.
regardless, it's not exactly. I'm trying not to just swear every other word.
No,
If I'm
but
being honest.
I don't know.
go for it.
It sounds. It's something that I expect a New Yorker with your accent
Yes.
to do.
Yeah. God, this guy, there's got to be some dirt on this asshole.
You'd like to blackmail him.
Possibly, but just get them. Not even blackmail for like gain. Just get these assholes off of us.
No, it's an
I don't know. I just gotta.
effective approach.
I think the biggest issue is I gotta figure out where the hell this guy is so I can go through his shit.
Oh, if you'd like to swing by my my store for a moment, I could tell you.
This ain't gonna put you in at risk, is it?
I don't think so. Can't imagine that this order in particular is anyone capable of retracing my scry.
Well, if you're willing and, it's not going to be an issue, I'll take that information, not info. I said info. What the
My
fuck?
info.
Yeah. What am I in for? Sorry. But yeah. If you want to, if you're willing, that'd definitely help.
Oh, trust me. I'm willing. Now, come with me.
But
Sounds like the other night.
Yep.
yeah.
So you managed to get back without running into anybody. In fact, you really haven't seen any Templars, walking around since that first day.
Kind of weird. Tony is on edge and watching for
Yep.
it, but he's definitely feeling better already.
You arrive back, and she quickly gets behind the counter and goes about casting a spell on her crystal ball.
Tony will make sure the front door is locked and set to close.
Mm-hmm. And after a few moments, she beckons you over
Mm-hmm.
and writes down an address. I'm not sure about the knight in particular, since I don't know, I haven't seen him and I don't know who he is, but this is the address of the barracks where they're staying.
Would knowing his name help? Because I think I remember it.
I could find him if you have his name. Although he's probably staying there. But yes, please, go ahead.
Malachi Damon, I believe is what he said his name was.
Malachi the Whirlwind is here.
I'm sorry, what? The Whirlwind?
Malachi Damon is one of the best witch hunters there is. He's a dangerous zealot.
Cody just sit there pinching the bridge of his nose.
That's not great.
I know that you want to...
That's not great at all.
I know that you want to feel better about this and placate your ego, but I would really suggest that you not get any closer to it.
Tony will remember this. Pops up in the corner. Tony is intentionally not. He's not saying no, but he's not saying yes.
Well, she's not going to stop you. She just wanted to give you a heads up.
God damn. So what exactly? So what exactly is this guy's deal, though? Aside from the obvious, he's a religious fanatic that is good at his shit, apparently.
Yes, he's known for being really effective, eliminating his enemies. He's a true believer. I don't really know anything personally about him other than his reputation. I know that he fights with two swords, where he gets his name. He likes to quote scripture.
Yeah, I got
Sounds
that.
about right.
But that's all I really know about him.
So I'm assuming he's not the type that blackmail's going to even work on.
I couldn't tell you, but I would doubt it. I just wish I could figure out what they were doing here. I've been doing some digging myself, poking and prodding, but nothing came out. But of course, the barracks is the one place I can't search.
Yeah,
They detect me in an instant.
Yeah, you ain't got to worry about any of that. Don't put yourself in danger like that. That's just asking to get your ass killed.
I just was looking to find out what they're here for. Maybe I could encourage them to find it.
Tony nods. But I don't think there's much more information Tony's specifically trying to get.
Well, that is Frank and now Dorothy who've been like, I really wish I knew what they were here for.
Oh yeah, no. Tony's got shit to talk to the party about, but
Yeah.
Tony's also not exactly in the mood to stay the night or anything like that. So once after they're done with pleasantry and everything, Tony would wish her good night and all that stuff before leaving to his own home. Still looking over his shoulder.
Yeah.
Oh, he will be leaving with the address though.
Yeah, totally. I assumed you wrote it down in your phone or whatever.
Yeah.
All right, Dorothy bids you good night and head home. We move to the next day.
I'm fine with that.
Yes, Juniper?
No, it's Bob right now, laughing. Read chat.
Oh. God damn it.
Yeah, John.
Marcus Fullett found a chest full of gold coins, and there was much rejoicing in the land. But then he woke
Yay,
up.
we found a chest. Oh, it was all a dream. Damn it. Thought we
Nice-
managed to
Nice
to
try.
scam the GM.
Nice
He's
try.
been playing too many Scrolls of the Elder.
Scrolls of the Elder, huh?
The Elder Scrolls 5 Dragon Rim.
Ew.
Yeah.
Gross. I did take Marcus for a scaly.
Oh yeah, that is what they call themselves, don't they?
Yep. I agree. So the next day, did you guys have anything planned?
I mean, Tony's gonna sit there and after thinking for a bit, he's gonna go ahead and text everybody that next chance everyone gets, he wants to talk to the party effectively, meet up somewhere.
Oh, right. Shit. The store, the storage unit is compromised, so Juniper actually needs to find a new place.
Okay.
Fuck.
Tony, you guys
Cousin.
can meet. You guys can meet up at the shop that Tony works at. It's a shade tree place, so you can just kind of fuck around the shop. It's also where his his tinkering booth is. This is where he goes to make his gadgets as well when he's not actually working.
Like a back room.
Yeah, but he's also got all his tools there, anyways. So.
Yeah, well, we could head there.
All right. So I guess. Oh, did you guys exchange some texts, decide to meet up? Like, what's going on?
Yeah. Tony sent a text in the group chat to everybody, saying he's got some information he wants to talk to everybody about next time everybody's free.
Okay. Juniper
and
clearly available, and that means Bobby's going. Marcus, what's up with you?
Marcus
That's
thinks
so rude.
Good opportunity to sort of bring up the thing that he found to see is okay, there's some possibly weird shit going on right now.
All right. So, sometime later, I'm not sure what time you would agree to meet up.
After Juniper's rehearsals, so that's about 5 in the evening.
Okay.
So fuck you. Juniper did have something to do.
That works for Tony. He can get his work day done with as well.
I was going to say that might even be after the shop closes.
Yeah.
All right. So let's say it's 6:30. Shop's closed. The rest of them arrive staggered times over 15 minutes. And yeah, you set the scene. I assume it's just a dirty, stained, painted garage with those pneumatic pneumatic car lift things.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and there's a little side room kind of towards the back that the door is wide open, and you can kind of see Tony in there, and whoever's first to arrive will just see like Tony sitting there, not hunched, but he's definitely working on something in front of him.
Hmm. Does it smell? Does it smell more like spilt petrol or spilt gasoline?
But petrol and gasoline are more or less the same.
I mean, like oil or gasoline. Sorry.
Gasoline has a stronger scent, so it smells roughly like that. But it also just smells like metal.
Yeah.
Like it's definitely got like an almost metallic smell to it.
Right.
You can also smell like you can definitely smell like some bitterant from coolant as well.
Right.
Depending on what part of the shop you're in. I work in the shop. I know what these smells are.
Sure.
But
I'm going to assume Juniper came in carrying a bag of sandwiches from a deli that she goes to,
Sure.
like a higher end deli.
Ah, okay.
Okay, so it's not Brother Jack dudes.
No.
No,
Tony
it's
will
like
be-
it's like kind of the same thing, but it's like supposedly better, higher quality shit, quote unquote.
Right.
All right, Tony.
And
Tony,
gimmicky.
A local Armenian deli?
Sure.
Oh, there's no way it's
When-
Armenian. It's definitely just like some bougie deli.
Yes, it is just a bougie deli. She also has like boba tea in her hand, but it's purple. It's tea, but it's purple because it's taro milk. There you go.
I see.
Bougie shit. Yeah.
Okay.
She's in
Uh,
techwear gear again.
I mean,
But
it's
yes,
probably
food for
better. It's gonna be
everyone.
harder to
One drink
stain.
for her, and everyone else gets Pepsi. Bepis.
Some peppers.
So yeah, when you come
Hey,
in,
why can't I have a fancy drink?
Oh,
No.
you have a fancy drink. Yes,
Okay,
no, you do.
your fancy drink comes from the flask
It's
in
a
your
kind
pocket.
of local fancy ass cafe that's just literally called Cafe Chic.
Yes. I told them
Tony's
that their
gonna-
name is lame, but your food is awesome.
Yeah.
That's what she said.
They're just named Fancy Cafe.
Hmm.
Tony's not going to knock free food, but when you do come in and Tony notices you, he's going to put the thing he's working on, which is just basically like a ball that's splayed open with another almost like box that sits inside of it. He's going to set that to the side and kind of move some stuff so that there's room on the desk. The desk is dirty as hell, but it's a spot, and there's like some grease stained, not like covered in grease, but there's definitely stained chairs in the room.
Good thing her techwear is all
And
dark.
it's lit
And water.
lit by a single 80-watt bulb that is perpetually swinging.
Oh yeah,
Oh.
oh yeah.
God.
There's a fan in the corner, so there's that kind of AC. It technically conditions the air in a way.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I guess Junie and Bobby are the first ones to show up. So
Yeah.
Marcus, whenever he gets here,
Take your $30 sandwich.
Yeah. No, no joke.
Tony doesn't wash his hands. He just
Yep,
wipes them with
yep.
a rag for a little bit
Oh,
before
yeah.
he goes into the food.
Oh, that's classic.
Juniper notes it and then then tries to remember to not to be careful about touching things that Tony has held for a while.
Now, I used to live next door to a garage, and yeah, that's exactly a thing. I'm sure at some point they just stopped caring because there's no point. It's in and around them so much. Now,
there's also I believe it's Mad Max calls their mechanics like black fingers, and from experience, you work around it enough, it does start to stain the skin and take a lot to wash it off.
oh yeah.
But
Then Marcus, I assume, shows up a little while later.
Yep.
Well, whole party's back again. So what's up, Tony? And Juniper Juniper starts just looking around the place, I guess. Keep hands behind her back to be like not touch anything. And she
Mhm.
notices the thing on the table, the ball thing. She goes to kind of poke at it.
I wouldn't do that.
Should you
That's
be
not-
touching that?
That is like the one thing in here you probably shouldn't just touch.
Wait, are you saying that she should be touching all of those hot surfaces? Because I would advise you not to tell her that.
Tony looks around. There's no actual hot surfaces.
I was pointing at the kitchen.
There's
I
There's no
am
kitchen.
This is a shop, not
It's a
kitchen.
garage.
Oh, I
Yeah.
thought we were at the cafe. Sorry.
No.
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 You guys stopped at the cafe on the way to the
Ah,
shop,
Yeah.
but
Yeah. I'm like, oh,
yeah.
okay. What's wrong with this thing? What is it? I didn't
Well,
know
I
you could
mean-
tinker like this.
yeah, that right there, you don't want to set it off. It's kind of got like this noise thing, and I haven't put it in yet, but there's some. He holds up like a canister of liquid nitrogen.
Yeah.
Yeah, some of this is going into it, but
Yeah.
Oh,
Some bullshit with Frozone. Don't worry about it.
frozen.
cool.
Or what is it called?
But,
The shit that goes in an air conditioner?
Oh, Freon.
Freon, that's it.
Yeah, but you do see like a couple napkins of like 4 or 5 different iterations of like similar drawings, and it just says fastball 1.0, fastball 2.0, and they're like really crude drawings that just says cold shit here, noisemaker here.
Cold shit. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Funny.
Just one of them just says explosion 3 question marks.
Yeah.
Sounds alright. Okay, not touching that.
But here's the deal. So I got some information on that asshole Malachi that we ran into yesterday.
Uh-huh.
Apparently he's called Malachi the Whirlwind.
Like he's a fighter? Like
Well, I
he's
mean-
also in the
I mean, enough where he's a prolific witch hunter within like their whole like shitty order, whatever.
Oh!
Basically, I was given more information to just not fuck with this guy. But
Oh.
with the way I see it, that motherfucker's already started fucking with us. So here's what I was thinking. He
Uh-huh.
pulls out a piece of paper, who writes down the address, and he just sets it down. Leaving several fingerprints on it before he takes a bite of his sandwich, which also now has fingerprints on it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So that's the address of the of their barracks. If we're gonna, I was thinking potentially we might be able to pull up some dirt on these guys, get them to back off, because I know they're already looking at you, Junie, and they know you by name, Marcus.
Yeah.
That guy might come after you next.
How do you?
Also,
So
What do you mean that he knows
When-
him by name? I don't remember that.
did he not name him?
he did
Oh,
didn't he do like did he like
Well,
say
he-
Marcus or something?
I think he's already
Oh.
he's already identified him as having the ability of casting magic. So
Not-
He never outright. He only looked at.
Yeah,
Marcus.
no, he never
Everybody
said
is-
anything.
Is assuming he was just looking and giving eyes to Marcus.
I thought that
Okay.
he went there to basically approach both of them because they could do magic, but he needed to confirm what type of magic.
Well, he was directly confronting Juniper, but he did seem to be paying some special attention to Marcus, but he didn't pursue Marcus when he walked away.
Yeah,
He
but that
did
could
not.
just be, a planned. He might, he's definitely looking at Junie, and he showed some interest in you. He might be coming after you next, and to fuck with you. And unless I'm mistaken, well, actually, just answered. Are you able to divine shit to get this guy off your back?
Likely not.
Oh, so you can use magic too?
Yeah, you called him up
Yeah.
like you can use magic. So
Like- It's like, yeah, I've figured out how to understand magic.
So the long and the short of it, though, is if you can't do divine magic, then this guy's going to try to off you like they did to Frank, or that they tried to do to Frank.
Not necessarily. It all depends on where I keep myself, of whether or not
How'd
there's
you know
the
that?
ability to do so. It would just restrict my movement until we find a way to deal with the situation.
I mean, that's kind of what I'm getting at, though, is if we go into these barracks, figure out some dirt on them, we might be able to blackmail them. Otherwise, we might be able to have more information on this whirlwind asshole and just get rid of him another way.
I think going into their area in order to try and avoid having issues with them might be counterproductive.
Yeah, it'd probably be better to look for information on this Malkai son of a bitch and see if through grapevines of the paranatural community they have any information of who else is with him on
Well-
dispatch.
I mean, breaking into their barracks in order to try and get them to leave us alone, it seems like a bad idea.
I would say that. Well, I don't think. Did you actually mean that we go in there to tell him to back off? Because like I would think there's a pretty good reason to go there. It's just like to find out like like
So here's what
I don't know.
here's what my idea was. All right,
Okay.
Junie, you and Bobby go up there and distract them effectively. You go in as like prospective, people interested in it. You got word of him, whatever. You can use divine magic, and you're just kind of curious about what they're up to. Meanwhile, it would be Marcus and I probably using. He kind of ruffles through some paper and pulls out one of his like shitty schematics, and it just says Tony Cloak on it. Meanwhile, Marcus and I can probably use something like this and get in there unnoticed, rifle through their shit, figure out something, get some more information, and then get out.
It might be better to just stake them out and wait for them to leave to do that, rather than a distraction from a group that has reacted hostilely to them.
I was more thinking we could. Well, we being a very strong word, we could just sneak in and look for um, why they're suddenly now starting to do this whole witch hunt again in here at this place at this time.
Well,
You know what I'm saying?
Located entirely under the city. Yeah,
Yes, located entirely under the
Borealis.
city.
that is actually something Frank was trying to figure out, but ended up getting disarmed.
Well,
Just
I mean, I get what you're saying, but the distraction, getting like Malachi out of his room. First of all, it's a barracks, Bobby, which means I don't think ever, unless there's like something big going on, it's going to be empty.
Yeah, but
okay.
get
it's
him
also
out
not
of-
going to be empty if he's talking to us. So
Is
Right,
it
but if we're
normal
able
for
to get-
is it normal for civvies to just walk up to an entire military, paramilitary forces barracks and be like, "Yo, what's up? We're here for X reason to talk about why.
We're big
Yeah.
fans.
We're big
maybe
fans." Is that
it
normal?
might not be, but how would you know unless you try?
Yeah,
I think it would-
paramilitaries recruit somehow.
I
Yeah,
feel
by
like the
going to
Catholic Church has
schools.
has it handled. Like, I feel like the recruitment
Yeah.
process is pretty set.
Yeah. But my
Yeah.
big thing is if he's not in his office, like maybe giving someone a tour of the place, that means there's going to be no one in there to make it easier for us to go through his shit. That's why I was saying we have a distraction to get him out of there, so we're not trying to sneak around while he's sitting there doing paperwork or something.
I mean, if you just want to make sure his office is empty, stake out the place, wait until you see him leave.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea. Tony's not
I
the
mean, first of all,
wisest person. He's willing
Yeah.
to go straight to the
He
lion's
he
den.
he will be more suspicious if we interact with him than if we just wait for him to leave, I'm pretty sure.
and also, I'd rather not be more under their radar than however much capacity I have already been in under their radar. Still
Also,
don't know.
we
I
could
read more. Apparently, oracles aren't like have whatever god decide just they like me. What
Yep.
if the god that likes me doesn't like them? What then? Or they don't like the god that likes me.
Yeah, that unfortunately there's a whole lot of like unknown shit here.
Yeah.
Anybody with knowledge, philosophy, and religion, go ahead and roll to see if you know anything about how this shit works.
I can do arcane lore.
I do have knowledge, philosophy, and religion, DM.
Excellent.
do
So do
I
I.
decided to get deeply into it because
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
roleplay wise, you definitely did your book work for it.
I'm more on the philosophy side, but I have it.
yeah.
I rolled 23.
Nice. So
I got a 14.
we're gonna go back to before you say all of that because you would know better.
Okay.
So the way that certain religious, certain Christian fundamentalists work in this world, to rectify their belief in like the one true God with the existence of a bunch of other gods that indisputably could give magic to people,
Okay.
is the belief that they are all actually just Yahweh, going like just people calling it different names.
Oh, lame.
So like, it's either that or it's like demons if they can't square the circle.
Okay. So effectively, it's an either or for her.
It's a case of it's either God, an aspect of God, one of his angels, or they're demon touched and must die.
Yeah, or they're getting, or it's like a demon cult or some kind of false god monster pretender thing. Any number of excuses, but yeah, for the most part, even gods that would be somewhat incompatible with Jehovah, they would just rationalize it as, I mean, they're getting divine magic, and there is only one God, therefore that is like they're worshiping. That isn't to say every Catholic believes that, but there are fundamentalists within the church that do.
Okay. And what does that explain about all the things that we've been talking about?
Well,
I guess.
the thing that that made me think that you should probably make a roll was you're talking about what if your god is at odds with their god?
Oh.
As far as they're concerned, it's the same one.
Oh, okay. That's why. All right.
But yeah, anyone who has knowledge arcane lore would be a good time to roll that and see if you know anything about like why they might have clocked June
Marcus.
but not Marcus, or like why they were less suspicious of Marcus or whatever.
22.
Okay. All right. So you gave it some thought, because it was clear to you that Malachi was giving you the eye even if he didn't pursue you. And from what you can gather, it's because magic isn't in you. magic is something you can memorize and manipulate, but it's not like in your body or your blood the way that it is Juniper or a sorcerer.
Mm.
Juniper's been
Difference between,
suffused with divine magic that just comes from within her now. A sorcerer's born with a magical bloodline and can perform magic inherently. They might even be able to detect a warlock because of their taint. But wizards would be a little trickier. Wrong taint. They can detect
I mean,
warlocks
they could have a
due
tainted
to their
taint, but
perineum. Yes.
So potentially, like it's you have the smell of a caster on you, but it's
Yeah,
faint.
he's suspicious, but he can't prove it.
Can't tell if magical or just a lot of magical things on him.
Yes, like you've clearly been around magic enough for him to be like,
I see.
But you don't register.
he's probably an occultist, but he's not necessarily an arcanist.
I mean, either an occultist or a wizard would have. Well, occultists tend to have a lot of magic items on them, so they would, run up like a Christmas tree.
Ow! Don't bite
I'm not talking the class. I'm talking someone who does occult things.
Yeah, totally. But yeah, he was suspicious. Yeah, they're the item-based spellcaster.
What?
Yeah, he considers him a heretic, but not a heretic, not like a wizard heretic.
Oh, he's like
or
a
sorcerer
hypothetical heretic. Like there's a possibility that this guy is doing demon shit.
Hyporetic. Hypothyretic.
Why?
Yeah.
Why do you hurt me like
Yep.
this?
Yep.
That was so bad I need to go to the bathroom. You guys entertain chat.
Oh. Sorry.
Apparently you annoyed the shit out of him?
That's very good.
He's definitely one of those heretical shits.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Tony would like to get in there, get some dirt, figure out what the fuck's going on.
Okay, but again, I genuinely
maybe rig some shit up.
I genuinely don't think it's a good idea to go to the barracks just to talk to this dude.
I mean,
I don't.
The talking was a distraction.
I know. Yeah. But sorry, let me rephrase that. I don't think it's a good idea to directly go in there and have someone be a quote unquote distraction. Because like, how much of a distraction can one person be? And even if you said, okay, hi, so I had some inquiries, would like to talk to this Malachi Whirlwind person, we would be brought to his office
Potentially.
and not the other way, and not as if like, Oja, and not be brought, and not like, oh, us being told to go somewhere and then wait for him to come over and whatever. I don't think that's how that works.
I mean, yeah, you might start there, but if you're interested enough, it could be like, yeah, well, show me the grounds, yada yada yada, and that could keep him busy for an hour. But so out of character, one of the big reasons why I was doing that is I was just trying to think of stuff that could keep the entire, like, no combat, unfortunately, potentially, but it would give everybody effectively something they're good at to do in my head. So out of character, Junie's a talking person. She can keep him busy, keep bluffing and getting through the conversation if she needs to. Bobby is there in case shit goes south, and Marcus and Tony could do the sneaking and the rifling through his shit thing. Let Marcus do some investigation.
Neat. I need to go to the bathroom now. BRB.
That was my thought pattern behind it, though. But
I return.
Welcome back. Bop is now pulling a you, so now you have to entertain chat.
Okay, I mean that is my job.
Yeah.
Hello,
she should
chat.
Be back shortly, though.
I'm entertaining, but that's all I got.
Yep. Good job.
Yeah, not much of a dancer.
I wonder if I should make like a secondary item in case we use. Where did that thing go? in case we use the Tony cloak, make like the like a swift girding mage armor thing, and just waste an extra point on it just to have swift girding on it. Just be like the dumbest thing ever.
But yeah, like you guys are on the right track as far as like being able to get information by hitting up the barracks. There's definitely stuff to be found and learned.
Mm-hmm. We just got to come to a conclusion on our thing, and of course, Mark is also
has an angle.
Needs to push his own agenda, which is fine.
As well as, like, well, before we go to them, I have a feeling also talking to Frank about, do you know that this person is a part of the...
Yeah.
Like,
Getting some
I have a feeling
information
that
from
might
Frank.
Put some pieces into Frank's if he wasn't part of the reason why Frank got an arm chopped off.
He is the guy that chopped Frank's arm off.
But we don't know that.
No. If you ask Frank about him, then he would probably tell you, yeah, I recognized him. He took my arm.
Like, he didn't take his arm, he just, what's the word I'm looking for? He liberated the arm
yes.
from Frank.
Yeah. Was, he deconfederated the arm.
Deconfederated? Oh, god damn it. It was a very disjointed attempt.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Just wait for Bob to get back.
Mm-hmm.
But
frying my casserole.
also, is Marcus going to try to pull in the party to look for his missing homeless buddies?
Well, he's going to offer it up as, hey, something is going on with the homeless population in this area, as well as some weird sewer shit, which may or may not be connected.
Yeah.
But a good place to start looking to investigate on the missing persons, or potential missing persons.
Tony probably wouldn't be happy about that. He'd be more worried about the more direct issue with this Catholic cult. But he's also not dumb enough to try to go into the barracks alone yet. Yeah, if he gets busted in the barracks, I don't think he has the ability to fight his way out. And then it would become a jailbreak campaign.
I think the more useful plotline to follow would be the missing people, actually.
I mean, to a degree, yeah, but...
I think this is one we come back to, but...
But do we have any information?
You could think about it like it'd be in a video game. You're going to have to do both, but whatever order doesn't matter.
Also, I'm not 100% sure if this is all out of character, but
Yeah.
I don't know if there's like there could be a connection between the missing homeless people. I definitely don't think Tony would make a connection that the missing homeless people has anything to do with the greater going-ons.
Right. But that's sort of what Marcus wants to investigate.
Yeah, which is fair.
Yeah.
Like I said, Tony's more or less going to go with whatever the group says, but he feels like dealing with the order of the burning stake is the most important thing right now.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Welcome back.
If not just for his ego, but there is a legitimacy to the risk to the party.
But the reason that Dorothy brought that up was not just to like to pants you or whatever, but to let you know that she understands and doesn't hold it against you.
Yeah.
If it would keep you from going in there and getting killed or drawing them to her.
Yeah.
All right, but we were still having that conversation as in characters doing the thing, right?
Yeah. So.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's all the information you guys have. Marcus has an idea of why he drew some attention, but ultimately got away fine.
Mm-hmm.
And you're aware that like your presence isn't actually going to be a problem if you were to go to some like Templar base or whatever.
It isn't?
Well, I mean, inherently, just based on you being like divine.
Yeah, how you behave there might change that.
Yes,
though.
and whether or not they actually want you there. But,
Yes.
yeah.
Just
Okay.
showing up there wouldn't cause them to go, nope, they need to die.
No, that's why
Hey, good.
that's what Dorothy expects to happen if she were to do it.
Oh yeah, but Dorothy's also a monster,
Yeah.
literally.
Yeah.
An arcane-based monster at that.
Yes.
She's not even like a divine outsider that might be able to get away with it.
Yeah.
Juniper says, I need to go find a library. Surely there's a library or some place that has information about these motherfuckers if they've been around since the whatever century
Yeah,
to
that's
start
good. Good thinking.
the Crusades.
Yeah, the public library.
Surely.
Probably, oh, I can't remember the troll's name. The troll librarian.
Are you talking about the one that we got the scroll from?
No, there's the
No,
librarian.
the
Oh, that's right. Yeah. I think both Junie and Marcus have been there.
yeah. Surely the library will have this stuff. Let's
Well, it's a
I finish
research.
up the last
Oh,
bite.
wait,
It's
no,
a research
Tony's been
check.
there too.
I do not have search as a skill. Can I still?
Yeah, it's untrained. It's just an intelligence check.
Although while everybody was together, Marcus would also bring up.
Mhm.
By the way, I have been looking into the sort of missing persons that seem to be on the rise and going on right now, and have sort of narrowed down to a possible location of this area has a decent amount of, if albeit still random, people disappearing, as well as mysterious goings on with sounds and shit happening through the pipe system and the sewer system.
Why is it always the sewers?
Because it's where nobody wants to go.
So I'm assuming this is one of your jobs, right, Marcus?
Well, somebody called me into the job, but it's the sort of thing that I see happening, and it's something that's happening in concurrence with. It could not be unrelated to the reason why these
Mhm.
wackos are here, but it also could be the reason why the other Templars that were here have gone missing, and that there was
Oh,
a vacuum.
I see. I was more thinking that maybe they'd gone missing because of these wackos.
Nah, I have a feeling with these specific types of wackos, they wouldn't directly attack people that were just doing quote unquote good, as well as
No.
they are usually also
Oh.
they were Templars, so they have holy power, so these dickheads just think they're all part of the same, they just don't believe it.
Right, yeah.
But
You
yeah,
know-
like
Yeah.
unless the homeless people were also magic, the Order of the Burning Stake doesn't give a damn. They're not going to bother.
Yeah.
Oh.
If they saw a homeless person, they just give them food. Like,
Honestly, I think this doesn't sound like something that would have to do with either of them. This sounds more like something to do with that Tulu cult thing that we're dealing with, but who knows? You sure it's not
Callback.
just you sure it's not just the not just homeless just leaving and shit?
Talking to the people in the area, they are afraid. And that's a pretty good explanation that now it isn't just people getting up and leaving, it's people forcefully being taken.
I don't know. I just can't. I don't see how this is. I don't see how it's relevant. It don't sound that important, to be honest, for us at least. I mean,
No.
sure, it's important to them, but
No. Well, I'll keep that under tabs. Juniper brings out her phone and writes down what she heard. Marcus said could be important for later. Who knows? This feels like if life was a movie, This will be one of those things that'll come back to bite us in the ass.
Yeah,
So I'm gonna keep that in mind.
If there was a pre-written overarching narrative, it sure does
Yeah.
seem like these things might be related.
Yeah.
I
It's
mean,
like, yeah. All right. Okay. That's thank you, Mark. Going back to the barracks thing.
yeah.
If we were to really actually do that, I like Bobby's idea that we stake out the place first. I don't like the
Yeah,
idea
that's
of
fair.
just swanning up in there and being like, "Hi, my name's Juniper. Everyone who's above there knows that I am a celebrity who fucks and goes around and do things. And these
Yeah.
days are having rumors of fucking someone that looks someone that looks like they could be a problem in her life.
Well,
That's a
to be
problem."
fair, that's not a rumor that's going around yet. It got cut off
Okay,
before it could become a problem.
true. Still,
Tony
the,
takes
the,
a
the
bite out of the sub.
point is, I don't look like the kind of person who'd suddenly turn to God and be like, "Yo, let me be your most loyal soldier, God."
Well,
Hey, I don't need
our
heaven
accurate
points, quote
into
unquote.
finding God later in life isn't as uncommon as you think.
Isn't your persona right now
Do
just
I
a,
look
a
like I'm
pristine thing?
later in life?
Don't you have one of them idol personas where they're all like, pure and shit?
That's Japanese idol.
Tony knows nothing about your career, and I'm assuming
Yeah,
it was a juxtaposition on your tone shift to Bad Girl that you're
yeah.
trying to do, but you haven't gotten that far yet.
No, but it's still it still wouldn't be a thing for Juniper to be like, yeah, let's do if people know her at least down here. Do people have
Oh
people
yeah,
known her in the underworld? Oh yeah, there you
yep.
go.
And like even with these religious fanatics, if you were to go down to the barracks with like 30 of them or whatever, one or two
Mhm.
might even know you.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, I'm not
But,
exactly the kind of person to be doing that.
I mean, it was just a thought. I'm not
I
trying to sit there
I
and
know.
say we
Oh, I
have to
know.
do it. We have to go in with, machine guns or something. It's not a bad idea, but
Oh, you really don't like me, which
Well,
is fair.
huh?
I think we should
Oh, hold
also
on.
check in with.
Does anyone have? Yeah, I was about to say, does anyone have Frank's number?
I mean, yeah, we got Frank's number. Do you
Mm.
want to get him on the horn? Or do you want to go down there and talk to him directly? Because this isn't exactly the type of thing I'd like to call and text about. It's kind of
Do
why I
I
called you guys
know
down here.
if people, if magical people can scry, um, uh, can hear, can tap, can wiretap, can magically wiretap into calls, I
That's a
guess.
spellcraft check.
Cody has
Uh,
all right. Let me roll spellcraft because I
I'm,
do have ranks
I'm,
in it. Nope,
I will ask that out loud. And yes, I do have spellcraft, so
I
I'm
got
gonna
an
roll
8.
anyway.
I got an 8. So Tony isn't sure. I'm assuming that's not enough to pass, but Tony isn't sure, but he assumes it's fucking magic. So yeah, probably.
Yeah.
25.
And with Technomancer, yeah, almost definitely.
And what'd you get, Jude?
15.
Okay.
9 plus.
Well, 15 to 25 are sufficient.
Mhm.
Yeah, definitely. There are some spells that have been developed over the last 100 or so years that interact with modern technology, like so you can divine information as it's traveling through the wires or through the
Ooh,
air.
Juniper makes a mental note to find that spell.
I need to make a mental note to
Find the
actually write
wire
down the
that
unique spell
spell.
list. Or
I imagine.
the setting-based spells.
I imagine that would be an arcane spell. It might be divine.
Probably both. Depends on the spell. Or the bunch.
All we know
Awesome.
for sure is it's definitely divination.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it's definitely school divination.
Well, I mean, I'll just text Frank and ask if he's busy right now.
Sure. All right. You text Frank.
And
He responds like within a minute. Nothing at the moment. What can I do for you?
I'll just text him. I don't want to go anywhere else. I'll just ask, do you know a Malachi Damon or Malachi Whirlwind?
There's a bit of a delay this time. He doesn't
Mm-hmm.
respond right away. What he does,
Mm-hmm.
he's like, "How the hell did you learn about him?"
I
We spoke
was
with
in
him.
Barclay. I was in Barclay with the gang for Bobby's fight. He won, by the way, in brackets. And dude came up and asked me to do to prove that I'm a divine caster. Dot. Send.
Yep. I see. Yeah,
Yeah.
I know about him. He's the guy that took my arm.
Oh, and I tell it to the party. Oh my god, that's the guy who took his arm. Oh.
I don't want anything to do with that guy then.
Oh. It's a big. I like my arms where they are. I do need them
I mean,
for
Frank's
various
done a lot
things.
for us. Does Frank's done a lot for us? Does he want us to get his arm as recompense? Sorry, not actually saying that, but that's that's.
Yeah.
So what did you want to know about him?
We kind of want to know why these dudes are fucking around, I guess. If say we had a Randy plan that might put us in his path, well, would you say yes or no to doing that? A Randy plan.
He's like,
What kind of question is that? Of course he's gonna say no. The dude fucking took his arm.
he responds,
But he's
I
a
think-
magical mentor.
yeah, he responds with, what plan?
Nope. No real plan yet. But maybe like go,
Go say hi.
I guess go say hi. Yeah, sure. Maybe go say hi, have a chat, try and ask why they're suddenly popping back up again for in a new Manhattan.
Hmm.
New Manhattan. Yeah, that's what I say.
He
That's the
responds,
tone that I'm saying.
he responds, actually, that might not be a bad idea. And then follows up, by which I mean asking them why they're here.
Ah. Okay, well. Spellman, first magical person I met that I like. And Ed seems generally benevolent. Says that might not be a bad idea. I say let's go for it. I'm convinced.
He follows up with, I was trying to find out exactly that when everything went down. But as you could guess, I can't really ask.
Yeah. And I'm a divine caster. I look at Bobby. Is Bobby a caster type person?
No,
Can I
Bobby-
tell?
No, you can't tell.
I
Okay.
don't think anyone can tell. He might. Well, here's the thing. This is out of character. Here's the thing. Bobby might give off like a faint aura of magic because he can do like that one healing thing, but it'd be like very faint.
No, that's not
but
magical.
Oh, that's not
Oh.
magical.
Supernatural.
Okay, then
The,
yeah,
the
he's
magic
probably not
aura
giving off
he would
anything.
have is his headband or whatever.
If you try and detect magic on me, you just see the magic around my head.
Yep. Which isn't like a thing that really bothers these Templars. Magic items are normal.
Okay. Good.
He follows up, if you're gonna do this, make sure you stay together. He's more dangerous against people who rely on magic.
Oh. Thanks.
I mean, you probably have a good will save. his will and dex saves are probably the best because he's a 2-weapon fighter. But that's just me.
Yep.
That's
Okay.
me metagaming a little bit.
Oof,
So what you're
sorry about
saying
that.
is Tony should not go out and buy 2 things of C4 and a
It would be
remote
real
detonator.
funny if we took out
They got another
some
one
of this. Yeah, it would be real funny. I wouldn't lie. I ain't gonna lie.
I have
And
considered
then
the possibility that you just blow them up.
yeah.
So if you're going to blow them up, make sure you plant drugs in the vehicle that you blow up,
No.
so that any investigator will decide it is drug-fueled violence.
No,
You're right.
That's one of the things. So I did play with this idea in my head that if we did go through with like the infiltration run,
Mhm.
Tony would, if we did find his specific bed, where he sleeps at night, Tony was going to set up some C4 on the bottom of the frame of the bed,
Damn.
and then wait till like 2:00 in the morning before setting it off.
Oh,
And
dang.
even if he's not there, it sends a message.
Sure does.
Mm. Okay.
But
Now that Frank has said that it'd be a good idea to talk to them about why, I'm liking the plan more.
I'm still imagining you're reading this, but haven't said anything out loud, or are you conveying
No,
all this?
that one, that last thing I said is me conveying as your sorry.
Sorry.
Okay, yeah. So Frank says it'd be a good idea to talk to them about why. So I'm more into the plan about going. I still say I'm gonna do more research so I can pretend that I'm just an interested party.
Mm-hmm.
Oh God, I hope he doesn't.
Right.
He's gonna quote
You can
scripture.
ask
You
about
owe me.
divine magic. You can
Oh.
ask why they're so active suddenly. Those type of things. Don't make it out that you're interested in joining. Make it out that you're interested in learning about what's happening.
Okay, I
Okay.
mean that's not a bad point.
That works.
So does that mean that you two are going to talk to him, and Marcus and I are still going to try to get in there and go through his shit?
I still say that's a bad idea, but that's the way we would do it if we're going to do it.
Okay, I mean I'm fine with that plan. What do you think, Marcus? This is assuming Juniper hasn't said anything about Frank telling them to stick together.
Not yet.
Okay.
Yeah. And that's where Marcus is on the fence, because he just really doesn't want to interact with the douchebag. It's like, so he's all for sneaking in, but at the same time going, that seems like a very terrible idea. So much could go wrong so quickly.
Well, I
Yeah.
mean,
So,
with the Tony
here's-
cloak, though, you wouldn't be able to really see
The
us.
Tony clone.
Also, if there's any place that they have magic detecting stuff, offices on their headquarters is probably where it would be.
Yeah. And also, I'm not really. I don't think we should go sneaking in yet. We don't know the building. Let me and Bobby go in for the talking. You two stay inside and the car outside, and then be like, and then check the place out. I'll do the cute talking and asking shit, and being a cute little curious bug, and get the ball rolling, and I'll try and figure out. The building layout.
Actually,
How about that?
Another idea, which you just kind of, jogged in my head. I mean, whatever building they're in, there might be public records that just have the blueprints.
Yeah.
Probably.
Might be.
Depends. To the library.
That's another thing that Marcus is going to want to try to figure out to see. I'm guessing their location is in New Manhattan.
It is.
Can I superimpose where that would be below actual New York?
It would be.
I don't think it works like that.
Yeah,
I don't think. I think you mentioned it's more of like a dimensional space and not
Well,
a
no.
one-to-one underneath.
Well, between the two different boroughs, yeah, but New Manhattan proper, downtown they call it, is underneath like part of Manhattan, part of Brooklyn, and like the river. Like it's not directly underneath anything specifically, but it does go underneath like New York City.
I'm
Barclay, on
going
the
to
other
guess
hand,
that New
is not
Manhattan.
there. Barclay is some
Oh,
distance away, and it appears
Yeah.
to be either in a pocket plane or far enough away that the weather is completely different.
yikes!
Oh, I didn't even catch that if you described it.
It was,
White people weather.
yeah.
Sorry.
No, like that's
No, you're
exactly
good.
what I was going for.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
supposed to be uncomfortably idyllic.
Yeah.
Ew.
Like the manicured lawn,
Yep.
the
Mhm.
nothing quite so different about each
Yep.
house. That was very uncanny valley and hateful
Well, yeah.
to be in.
Very
I
step.
mean, I got all that. I was just talking
Yeah.
specifically about the weather. Like,
Yeah.
It was clear. It looked like it was actually outdoors.
Mm-hmm. Clear and sunny.
Mhm.
Not too hot, not too bright.
It's nice.
Like I know exactly the sort of neighbor, like the sort of like the media that he's is cleared my mind.
Mhm.
Good job.
Thank you.
Horrifying.
All
Yeah, I just wanted to test a hypothesis of whether or not where they have their base located overlaps with the area that I was about to search for
Yeah,
or search
Oh.
to.
you could cross-reference that. Yeah.
Yeah.
The
Sounds like you're
address
doing
is no. It really isn't anywhere near it.
Okay.
In fact,
Um.
New Manhattan doesn't like go underneath this section of Queens.
Okay.
Okay.
So it's less likely something coming up from New Manhattan and just something else taking residence in the sewers.
Or they have a secret tunnel to the sewers.
Well, yeah, or a different part that we haven't
Yes.
entered in.
Yeah.
Oh,
Lord.
Juniper looks up if there's a library in New Manhattan. Saying probably yes.
Yeah. There's a few libraries. None of them are as big as the main public library in actual Manhattan.
New York. Okay. I think we should. I'm gonna go do some research on the burning stake people.
Mhm.
And I tell them about the libraries that are in New Manhattan as well.
Yep.
We could save time by some of you going to either of you go into either of these locations to figure out if they have these things there, quote unquote, and we can montage this.
Yeah. It's more or less just research checks.
Hmm.
Anybody who goes to the public library can get an aid another from the librarian.
Neat.
yeah. Well, is that just the one that Juniper is going to? Because Tony's willing to go to New Manhattan and check out one of the other ones. Or do I not get the aid another for that?
No, there'd be no
Uh,
like super helpful
Okay,
like
that's
librarian
fine.
down there.
So it's just a straight research.
Yep.
God, why? That's the third 3 in a row I've fucking rolled. I've rolled a 10.
Okay.
Is research supposed to be a skill that I have in
It
this
is. It's
in
underneath
this?
research in the
drive.
system, I believe.
It's underneath repair, drive, knowledge. It's around there.
It's one of the ones you replace one of the knowledge skills with.
Okay, so that's what it
Oh.
was. Yeah, but I've got a rank in it because I think I needed it for
It's
something.
I do not have research up, so
Right. Well,
I can just roll d20 for it.
Yeah, it's just
right?
an intelligence check.
I'll be aiding Juniper because that's what I'd actually be doing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not because it's a better choice or anything.
Rude. 19.
Nice. And what's your aid another check?
18.
18.
You aid, so that 19 is a 21 and a 23 with the second aid.
Nice. What do we get?
What about Marcus? Is he doing any research, or are you looking at something else?
Okay, actually, I'll grab back.
Okay.
He probably would be did he probably wouldn't be going? Yeah, he'd probably be with Juniper. and them, because you wouldn't want to be going into like New Manhattan as much as possible right now, just to avoid potential run-ins.
It also explains why Tony went down there. He tried out the other ones and just didn't have any luck at the other libraries.
Yeah,
unless you want me to do a second check at the second library, but
you could probably do 2 checks in like the rest of the day.
okay.
So you
Well,
can do a second check
Tony's
if you
willing
want
to
to.
do that.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, that's a nat 20, so that's
All right.
27.
Okay.
I'm glad I switched dice.
So by the end of the night, you're all gonna independently
reconvene, maybe.
Get the information that you need. But I'm gonna wait for Bob to get back.
Okay, I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick then and grab a drink.
Sure. I'm glad things are starting to move along. Guys are getting pretty close to the climax. Yeah, wait till they get back, then I'll tell everybody what they've learned.
Okay.
TLDR, you learned nothing.
No, you guys know an awful lot about the Order of the Burning Stake now.
We head to Douchebags R Us.
Sorry about that.
Okay, no problem. I'm just waiting on Bob.
Okay, cool. So I beat her. Not literally. Hi, Taco. Ugh. Sarah, did you still here?
Yeah.
So you do know that I'm not trying to like shut down the idea of going after like the homeless plot thread.
Oh yeah.
It's more just the justification. I'm role playing Tony. He doesn't really personally have a justification to go, help the homeless.
Yeah, and it's like the main reason is with him being a detractor of Marcus not wanting to push it, because it's like, okay, he himself knows that he's the only one in danger from this Malachi dude, so he doesn't really care about the overall danger. So it's like, well, we can just do this other thing while we're waiting for more things to. But it's like, but there's something's like, okay, I don't want to split people up, so better to stick together with everybody.
And I'm back.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Is it? What did we find?
Right. So yeah, you guys learned an awful lot about the Order of the Burning Stake, since that's what you were researching. You discovered that it's an offshoot of the original Knights Templar from the what are they called? The
Crusades.
Their original name was something like the Poor Fellow Soldiers of the Temple of Solomon or some shit like that.
Yeah.
And eventually into Crusading Templars, and that this particular order, this offshoot, began around the time of the 8th Crusade. Although there were a bunch of them in very short period, so it's hard to know for sure.
Okay.
But at least since 1270, they've been around. And they were founded specifically to deal with the Magi in the Middle East, who had become a big thorn in the side of Crusaders.
Good.
And yeah, certainly their entire religion or their entire order revolves around the subjugation and elimination of arcane and psionic spellcasters that they consider to be heretics. Because all non-divine magic they believe to be ungodly and coming from some sort of occult or demonic sort. What makes them really dangerous to spellcasters are some of the unique things that the Templars practice, such as their ability to silence a spellcaster after marking them for, I guess,
execution.
Smite. When they target a smite, it silences spellcaster. And
that's pretty strong.
That's bad. As they get more advanced, they make it more difficult for spellcasters to cast defensively, and when spellcasters fail a spell due to defensive casting near them, they just cause them to catch fire.
Oh!
They develop magic resistance. And the most powerful ones can even turn the dying body of a spellcaster into an inferno and cause a controlled fireball spell centered on its corpse.
Prevent resurrection.
Also fucks up anybody nearby that isn't an ally.
Well, yeah.
So yeah, these guys specifically have been training for hundreds. Well, their order's been training for hundreds of years to deal with spellcasters, and they're very good at it. Knowing about the Silent Decree ability makes it clear how even someone like Frank got himself in a bad place against them.
Yeah.
And also why a group of non-spellcasters would have a much better chance against this Malachi fellow. There isn't a whole lot to learn about him specifically. He's not even all that old. From the little bits of news and stuff you could find, the guy's 28. He's been with the Order for 10 years.
Okay. That's all awesome history. Yep. Is there any is there any recent news that's not within the last 2 weeks? When did anyone in the magical world hear about them being active?
They usually have further information, good to ask, because I don't know exactly what you guys wanted to know. Yeah, they normally don't come out in big numbers like this, but rather they'll have individual Templars or even agents representing Templars throughout cities throughout the world. And they kind of hang out in the shadows, keeping an eye open for any signs of the occult. And then they'll either act independently or reach out to the Order in order to get a knight to come in and deal with it.
Okay. So, as far as how you said there's different tiers and they have different capabilities, is there any indication of what tier Malachi is? Clearly, he'd have the silence capability.
That's sort of a fundamental one.
Yeah, but is he up to conflagration?
You guys don't really know that.
Okay, so there's no indication the ranks could be based upon their title.
Well, it is based on their title, but kinda. There are prerequisites, I guess, they would have to meet in order to advance, but it would also mean there'd have to be an opening for their advancement, and they'd have to accept the advancement. One thing you could learn about Malachi is that he's turned down the opportunity to become a commander twice.
He wants to stay boots on the ground.
Yep. He's good at what he does, and he doesn't see himself as a leader.
Which means he's probably pretty influential in amongst his people.
It would seem he's pretty well respected,
Mhm.
but how influential he is going to come down to how well people know him, how long they've been around him.
Mhm.
But that's the same for anybody.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like within
Let's
the order,
see.
he's nobody important. But
Oh.
to people that have had to deal with him, he's a fucking terror. And it's not
Depending
like
what side you're on.
yeah, it's not like his name is just. It's not like his name is just like branding. People call him the Whirlwind because he fights with 2 weapons and is really just brutal with them.
Okay. Would we been able to get like public records on the building at
Yeah,
all during this time, or okay?
very likely. Yeah, like that's not even a hard check. I'm pretty sure Marcus couldn't fail it.
I have a +7, I think.
Yeah.
So
What do you have, Marcus?
Or is it research or?
Yeah.
I only have a +2 to research.
Oh, okay. Then never mind.
it's investigate that he has like
Yeah, that's
+1 billion.
right.
Yeah.
So.
But yeah, go ahead and roll some more research checks.
Would it take 10
Yeah,
suffice?
10 is enough. 10's fine.
Okay.
Oops.
Yeah, Tony would just take 10 on that one because
Right.
it's just going down and.
So yeah, let's say you were investigating that specifically. Yeah, sure enough, you were able to find it's an old, now in disuse, fire department building.
Okay.
So it does have like beds and living quarters, stuff like that for people who
But
are
it
there on
wouldn't be
duty.
all that big.
Relatively large. It was the second one built in the city. Like 80 years ago.
Okay.
It's solid red brick kind of building.
Yeah. And it's in New Manhattan, right?
Yeah.
Does it have a secret underground tunnel to get in?
Not according
No,
to
but
the
there's
schematics.
a lot of entrances.
Yeah,
but
no.
there would
Damn
be a
it.
lot of potential entrances.
Yep, plenty. That wouldn't be hard to get inside.
Tony would get a copy of it if he can.
Okay, I genuinely I don't remember if you answered my question.
Go ahead.
When I asked if they've been active, like in I guess I did ask if like if they've been active in the most recent times. That's not the one that's here. So
Right.
and you were like it's just they're usually just out in numbers. So does that mean that you're saying they're always active, just in smaller numbers? Is that what that
like
meant?
it's not like they're
Okay.
ever not active. It's just they tend to, unless they've got a specific problem to deal with or to investigate or whatever, they tend not to act in large numbers in any particular area.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, New York might have had 4 or 5 of them just living there.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I text Frank because I'm like, because I want to. Do you think these burning stake fuckers are here because of uh uh so the Thulu cult activity? Question mark.
He responds, That's one of
not
the
bad.
that's one of the things I was trying to figure out. It's certainly within the realm of their interest. Cult to an old god. Exactly the kind of heretics they'd be looking to wipe out.
I screenshot the message and send it to the group text, so everyone knows now. Oh,
Why don't we just add Frank to the group next?
because that would be weird. Sometimes maybe I want to gossip about him.
Well, you set up a different group text.
Oh no, that's too much work.
Cascading fractal group texts.
That's what spawns the fractal wraith.
And we're back to the fractals.
Okay.
Yeah, but any other information you guys want? Because with the way you rolled, you can know anything about this order.
Within
Okay,
reason,
neat.
yeah. I had a question. I got sidetracked by everything else going on.
Sure.
See what else? How useful were those schematics? I guess.
I mean, I've got a copy of them.
Have you
Or
looked?
if I couldn't do that, I would have.
Yeah, you could just get a
Screenshotted
photocopy. No problem.
If you're asking him in like the chat or something like that, he'd be like, "Yeah, I got a copy of it. You can go over it later."
Yeah, I mean, you can just take a picture of your photocopy and upload it. Like,
That's true. God, the power of smartphones,
right?
man.
No, it's crazy.
Information at your fingertips. Anyway, yeah. So, do you do that? Do you take a photo of the photocopy?
No, actually,
Oh,
Tony wouldn't.
damn. Oh, okay.
The main reason why is Tony's already pointed out that he's trying to avoid, talking too much over the phone about this.
Yeah, he's a little bit paranoid about talking about shit over the phone. Yeah.
Meanwhile, Juniper's looking. Juniper
Tony's just
then asks
directly
the
messaging.
librarian.
Yeah.
Is there a wiretap spell? Do you know about any wiretap spells? Question mark. I just realized that kind of thing could probably happen.
She leans down so that she can speak quietly to you. Enterprising wizards have invented spells to the effects. Yes.
Oh.
Are
I
you
see.
interested in learning them?
Oh my god.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not in legal trouble because if I say yes, right?
He looks around. I'm not a rat.
Yay! You're
And
a
then
person
a
of the
half orc,
first
right?
people.
Then she stands back up to her full 9 feet tall. Reaches out
She's
with
so
her
cool.
reaches out with her thin, scraggly troll fingers and
Mm-hmm.
starts going through files, just using her
Amazing.
fingernail.
Amazing. Power move.
And then she returns and tells you what section you can find
That spell is.
what you could find a spell book that would contain some modern spells.
Amazing.
You can't take it out. It can't leave the library.
Okay. I promise it will not.
Would you drag?
Thank you. She says,
Marcus over to it. He's the one that can
gives her the cutest smile possible. Thank you, and she runs off.
It's impossible to be sure, but you think that she smiled back.
Awesome. I like to think that she is. She and I are best friends now.
It's just really hard to judge their expressions because big monster.
Yes. Yeah, so she goes to find that spell book.
Cool. Alright, well,
probably tells what's his name. Yeah, the two dinguses about it, but that's it.
The dingai.
Yeah, the dingai.
Right.
Something like that.
Dingus twins?
But yeah, the spellbook won't do you any good personally. But their spells Marcus could certainly scribe.
Yep.
If he has the right ink shit.
Oh, Tony still has exotic inks.
Yeah. Those could be handy.
Oh my god, you should make a pen that can like auto make the ink that you need to scribe shit.
That would be pretty advanced.
Yeah, I think that would have to do with like your quantum printer, basically.
That'll be major creation, definitely.
Oh.
But no, there are pens that you could load with a variety of exotic inks and cycle through, which would speed up the process.
Yeah.
Although they have to be written in either old school feather pens or fountain pens. They're the only things that'll work.
Okay. New design fountain pen they're like those, you know, those ballpoint pens that have those multiple tips.
Yep.
That you can like that.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah. It'll be a very thick fountain pen. And fountain pens are generally quite thick, aren't they?
Yep. They're yeah. I almost said meaty, but that's the wrong word.
That sure is a meaty pen.
Just a
A meaty pen.
I got your meaty pen right here. On that, I think we're
Good
gonna
place to
call it a
stop.
night. Yeah. We should stop here before I go to jail.
Wow.
Talking about your meaty pen.
I have been.
One thing we should probably do next
My
time is
pen
have
15.
an actual.
Mhm.
Yeah, one thing we should probably do by next session is have an exact plan on what we want to
Yes,
do,
that's a good idea.
Mhm.
so that we can
Yeah,
just
good.
enact it and
Yeah.
not, faff about on the planning stages.
I like that idea. Anybody have anything to mention? Any criticisms, compliments?
Sorry, Bobby, you didn't get to punch anything or trip
Yeah.
him.
We do apologize for that.
I'm not saying Tony's going to have a good idea. I'm just saying, we should have a plan.
Well, I promise that no matter which of the two things you guys do first, the possibility for combat is there.
Nice.
Oh, yeah.
They will get to, then Bobby will get to punch things.
Tony might have to do some
I'll
shopping.
probably hit
but
them with a stick, but
yeah, depending on what the plan is, though, Tony will probably need a day to adjust his gadget to something appropriate or some things appropriate. But aside from that, and do some shopping, he might be buying some more explosives. But that depends on the plan.
I think this has been a decent, a pretty cool like plot moving, not exactly plot heavy, I guess.
It's been a lot of progression.
Scene. Yeah.
Like a lot of little
I
things that
enjoy
have
that.
sort of been in the background are starting to actually come together. Like the big picture's starting to actually be visible.
Just neat.
I'm glad. I was kind of worried you guys weren't going to get here.
They're like, oh god, they've been faffing about too much.
Yeah, no, the bad thing was still going to happen even if you didn't get there.
Oh.
Bad thing could still happen. Let's be real.
The bad thing is going to happen. The question is, how prepared will we be?
Yeah. Will you guys be ready for it?
Of course, the bad thing's gonna happen. Tony's gonna get married.
That's true.
Oh god.
And then he's going to mysteriously disappear.
Well, no, I mean, this is just his first wife.
Yeah.
That implies there's going to be more.
No, I took this as like a a challenge to come up with a believable hag character that would marry Tony.
I still can't believe that we have not been able to figure out her motive.
Nope.
In the slightest. I'm assuming there is a motive.
Of course.
Is that safe to say? Okay.
But that doesn't mean it's staying the same all the time.
Oh, yeah. I'm sure there's times where she's just like, all right, let's see what kind of dumb shit this weirdo's going to get into. I want to be close and see whatever it is.
It's more that she's interested in, she's interested in just seeing what you do and hearing what you think, even if it's foolish. She finds it entertaining.
You are a reality TV show that she gets to participate in.
Oh my god. It's like a Black Mirror episode for her.
Hold on, Auntie Ethel. My stories just came in.
Oh, that's no problem, dear. You go watch your stories. And make sure you eat the rest of that pie, love.
Oh, God. I'm still curious what happened. What she was doing behind that door.
What door? Oh, yeah.
No spoilers.
Nope.
We
no
should
spoilers.
find out later.
Is it
No
a spoiler,
spoilers.
though? Is it something that
Yes.
we will come back to?
If you had noticed, I don't know if you'll come back to it, but if you had noticed, you might have had problems. She did make an allusion to it in today's session, but I could totally understand how you guys didn't catch it.
I didn't catch
Nope.
it at all.
Yep.
The only thing I can think of is like she's eating children, but
No, she said she was digging
That's a
around,
hag.
poking and prodding, but nothing came out.
Yeah.
oh my gosh, is she okay? Okay. Oh, okay. I got some theories now. Maybe she like killed one of them and she was like using speak with dead or something, or like
Or just torture.
coercing.
Just normal torture.
Fair enough.
Yeah,
I could see her torturing people.
sure. She doesn't even consider
He
them
seems
people,
like a torture
really.
type.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
I can
Yeah.
see her torturing people she considers people. So
Yes.
You're right.
definitely things that she doesn't consider I guess human would be the wrong term, but
Yeah.
Equal.
peers.
Yeah. Well,
Even if they're I don't think hags consider anyone their equal, but they might consider some their peers.
yes, they definitely consider one another to be peers, but no, they very much all believe that they're above the others.
Yeah.
They form covens and work together, but that doesn't mean that they consider themselves equals.
Huh. Disturbing.
Tony
They
is more
might
like
even
an
consider
interesting
each other
pet.
allies from time to time.
Oh yeah, some of them are really friends, and green hags are more likely to have like relatively normal relationships, at least for a while, until the other shoe drops.
Yeah, I imagine she just thinks of Tony as more of an interesting pet.
Well, we will learn. If we're going to see that through, it'll probably be in the next season.
That's
Woohoo!
fine.
Yeah, I do have ideas for the next season, but I also want to work on something in between.
Next season, it comes in and Tony's just engaged.
Oh
Possibly.
God.
Because when you say that, I'm assuming there's going to be some form of a time skip.
Oh yeah, not a huge one, but yeah, time skip, and we're going to be going to a different location.
Next
that's
season, Juniper has already done the
Rebrand.
ID switch,
Or
the
it,
rebranding.
or it's like happening this week.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh! I sat there when you used that when you were talking and you had that little like not what was it? Just like the hiccup in what you were saying. You stuttered, not stuttered. Regardless, I thought you were saying the next season Junie's going to have autism.
She might already have it.
Yeah, no, she got vaccinated.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Have you guys heard the bit about autism causing vaccines?
Yeah, that one's pretty good.
That sounds pretty hilarious.
I mean, it's probably closer to true.
Yeah.
Like the prevalence of neurodiversity in science is pretty high.
Autism causing vaccine.
But yeah, let's have everybody. We'll go around. Everybody tell us who they are and what they've been doing. We'll start this time with Surrogate.
Hi, I'm Surrogate. I've been playing my boy Marcus Anderson, the sullen detective.
All right. Above him, we've got Bjornvar.
Hello, I've been playing a bodyguard, and who sometimes helps with other things than punching, kicking, and also competing in mixed martial arts for fun and profit.
Which also involves a lot of punching and kicking, really.
Mm-hmm. Just being efficient.
Yeah. We also have Bop de Nose.
Hi, I was playing Juniper, my baby.
Yeah. And last, we've got the Rockbender.
Yes, I'm Trusty Tony. I've been playing the Rockbender. Your average gamer. But no, Trusty Tony, he hasn't really done too many cons, but he's definitely got that edge about him.
Yeah, like there's nothing stopping him from
True.
doing the cons. He just hasn't done it yet.
Yeah, he hasn't had an opportunity to. But yeah, so yeah, I'm glad everybody got to see, Tony's fastball finally made its debut,
Yes.
but not in use.
Next time, it almost certainly will. Although I don't know how good it's going to be. But there should be combat next time.
Oh, okay. So I did have one minor question. When you said resistance to spell, is that like actual just like spell resist?
Yeah, their third order boon is spell resistance 13.
And how does that work specifically?
When you cast a spell at them, if the spell is subject to spell resistance,
right,
then you roll a caster level check. And you have to equal or beat their spell resistance number.
Okay, so you have to meet or beat their DC. So for the gadget, would that be the caster level of the gadget plus D20 to do the caster level check on it?
That's how it works.
Okay, that's just good for clarification.
Yep.
Glad I upped the caster level on it.
Yeah.
Sorry.
And if it seems like there's a lot of like moving parts and things to consider, that's very much intentional.
Yeah, no, that's cool. I'm fine with that. I will go through my spells and see which ones have. I think they all do, but
no, Snowball does not.
Snowball might not. But
as a rule,
the
conjuration spells that do attacks generally don't require spell resistance.
Right, but everything about the fastball special would be subject to it, so each additional effect would.
So you can still hit them with the snowball, but like the other things probably would. And each effect would be its own spell resistance.
Yes, I'm aware of that.
Okay. That'd be so funny. It's like, oh yeah, try this out, and you just hurl a metal ball, and all that is just a metal ball that hits him in the face. He goes, "What the fuck was that?"
Yeah.
See how it works.
Okay, you whip it at them, and they just get it with a big snowball, and they're like, "I have questions."
What did you think that was going to do?
Not this. Or not just this.
The glitter pouch didn't even go off. What the fuck?
Oh, I hate glitter pouch.
Glitter bomb.
Yeah, I was making that reference. Like I feel like part of it, like the fairy fire aspect of it, which I don't mind saying that.
You could just use demolitions to make a glitter bomb. It would probably be pretty effective against casters.
Yeah, but the glitter dust spell also blinds people.
So does glitter in your face.
I mean,
yeah. Glitter. Oh my god.
But yeah, that's gonna be it. Tomorrow's my day off. Monday I'll be back, probably with Dragon's Dogma, which I'm fucking excited for.
Nice.
Reminder, this has been brought to you by your support over at patreon.com/greatcanadianguy. Give me money, please. I don't run ads.
For some reason.
Because
I mean, he said his reasons earlier.
Because I hate myself. And have more integrity than self-respect.
It's not how you survive in this.
No. In particular, thanks to my producers who contribute $5 or more a month to the Patreon. They are Scipio, Jownzier, Midnight Saber, Keegan, Bjornvar, Tolific, Vivacia, Emerald Embers, Dark Savant, Bop Deno, Zombie Fighter 89 on Twitter, Jockey, The Rockbender, Sid the Squid, and Basim El Wakil. I will catch you all on the flip-flop, or however the kids say it.
Sure.
I'm
Bye!
Pierre.
Yeah.